Well, the strategic rationale behind the US rebalancing, the military rebalancing to Asia are twofold. There's first the growing awareness in Washington that there's a limited amount of things that can be achieved through military power. And the second aspect is the realization in Washington that Asia is already taking a bigger role in world stability and in US national security. And of course, when you think about the US pivot to Asia, you think of China, because of China's military is growing, and the US allies in the region are getting more and more worried by it. Strategically, what the US can achieve here, facing the rise of China, is to strengthen their credibility in order to be able to discourage competition from China and deter potential aggression and to defeat it were it to happen. And so there are three different dimensions to this military pivot. The first is to deepen partnerships with existing allies and to develop new partnerships with local allies. So the idea is to strengthen their military capabilities and also to create trust so that in case of war, in case of conflict, there's better effectiveness. The second aspect, the second dimension of this military pivot is the redistributed military presence in Asia. But they are currently rethinking this presence both militarily and politically. The objective is to be more sustainable, more resilient vis-à-vis the threat of Chinese strike capabilities. So that means expanding the network of bases, and also politically it has to be more sustainable because they don't want to be too reliant on one single country anymore. So what this means in terms of presence is that you will have, for example, new ships based in Singapore. There will be ships rotations there. And the third dimension of this pivot, of this military pivot, is the development of new capabilities, precisely to counter anti-access area denial capabilities. So the US is reinvesting in such platforms as the long-range strike bomber, in UCAVs, in stealthy ISR platforms. I think what we see here is that there will be in the future a greater risk of escalation through local conflicts that become global, for example, maybe through misunderstanding, not especially on purpose, but there's a greater risk on escalation here.